Okay, so we got the 92 Topps Baseball rack pack. 92 was definitely a turning point year for Topps. 91 had been their 40th anniversary, and it was also their last set that they used gray cardboard and bubblegum. Starting in 92, they went with more of a high quality card. They went to white cardboard, higher grade stock, no more bubblegum. You know, improved, more gloss, improved picture quality, you know, the whole 9 yards. They were moving towards the adult card dealer market, moving away from the kids, basically, at this point. The market had become saturated with investors and speculators at this point, and kids were pretty much playing Nintendo. They weren't buying baseball cards anymore, so Topps had moved in that direction. And plus, they were trying to keep up with the competition. Donruss, Fleer, Score, Upper Deck were all starting to produce premium cards in their base sets, and Topps needed to catch up. I actually liked the 92 Topps when they first came out. I thought the design was kind of nice. It was basic, but it was nice looking. And I thought the backs were really nice. But I'll show you when I open these up, show you what I'm talking about. Also, in 1992, Topps unleashed a plague upon the hobby known as parallel cards. This was the first year they had the gold cards, which is basically the same as a base card, only it has gold foil stamping on the player's name and the team name on the front. And I remember when they first came out, I was like, well, it's not too bad, but I still believe to this day, I agree with Mario at Wax Heaven, that parallel cards are duplicates for dummies, and I still believe that. It was basically just a ploy by Topps to get people to chase more cards and buy more cards. But I still think they're ridiculous. So 1992 Topps was the first year that they did that, and then everybody copied off of them. And thanks Topps for that. But I'm done with my rant on parallel cards. As far as the checklist of the 92 Topps, it's pretty decent. There's a Manny rookie that still books for $3 in Tough Stuff, and there's also a Sean Green rookie that books for $1.50. That's about it. So let's go ahead and crack this sucker open and see what we got here. Can't really tell what's showing, even if you press it, the plastic to the card, you can kind of peek through the windows here, but I'm not going to waste my time with that. Back in a more innocent time when you could actually just pack shirts just by looking at the pack. So here's our first blister. It's got a Chito Martinez on top. Yeah, as you can see, the design's pretty simple. It's pretty nice. It's got like a multi-tiered border there in the team colors, and then the player's name and the team name and the block at the bottom. And the photography is really good. I really like this design. The backs are even better. Let me show you one with a stadium on it. Here we go. Here's a Vince Coleman. Okay, and on the back, it's got a picture of the stadium at the bottom. It's full color back. It's white cardstock, but it's not glossy on the back. The card number is big, bold, black. Everything fits together very nice. You got the full stats as always. Now the league leaders are in red as well as italicized. And the whole thing just looks really nice. I love these backs. And I love the fact that they're not glossy, it's just a white cardboard. Because I think that they hold together better, they don't scratch. Like nowadays you get super UV gloss on both sides and you rub them together and they scratch the heck out of each other. I really think Topps should go back to a product like this, almost like their Heritage, only not as thick. Something to think about, Topps. Anyway, next up we got Greg Myers, Dick Schofield, Norm Charlton. Here's a manager's card, Roger Craig, and some throwback threads. Manager's cards had their complete record on it and had like a kind of an exaggerated blow up of the stadium. So the one thing that was bad about the stadiums was that they were kind of stretched out, you see what I mean, in some exaggerated ways. Like the early days of computers and people weren't quite sure how to crop photos yet. Male Hall, former Pirate Mike Fetters. Here would have been a nice pull back then, Mike Messina. I think this was maybe his rookie, I'm not sure. That actually might be a good card to hold on to. It's probably going to go up. Jeff Brantley, Kevin Brown. Here's another nice card, Tom Glavine, on his way to the Hall of Fame. Bill Gullickson, who had a big year in '91. He won 20 games with a 3.90 ERA. Here's another nice card, Ken Griffey Jr.'s dad, Thomas Howard, and Ron Karkovice. Nothing. Well, let's see what's in this middle blister. Oh yeah, they had a scratch and win game back then. You got, actually in a rack pack, you got 3 of those. You only got 1 of those in a wax pack, I think. They also had some sideways cards, which I'm always a big fan of. Darren Fletcher there. Tim Naring, who was once a prospect, believe it or not. Juan Guzman. Sean Bosky. Paul Sorrento, I believe. Nah, this is probably not his rookie. Lemmer. Bob Block. Leo Gomez with the Topps All-Star Rookie Cup. Very nice. Here would have been a nice pull back then. Really nice card of Frank Thomas. Andy Moda, Joe Klink, Todd Benzinger, and Bobby Witt. Still nothing. Hopefully we get a Manny in this last blister here. That'd be sweet. Gerald Clark. Oh, here we go. Prospects card. Who's on it? Nah, nobody. It's Caesar Bernhardt, Bobby DeJardin, Almano Marino, and Andy Stankiewicz. Stankiewicz is the only one that ever did anything, I think. Russ Swan, Jason Pruitt draft pick. Funny thing about the draft pick cards they made that year was that they used all their high school senior portraits, so they looked really cheesy. Carney Lansford, another prospect card. Hi, buddy. Brad Osmitz, Jim Kapanis, Steve Nielsen, Doug Robbins. Nielsen and Amos were the only guys that modded anything. Benny Santiago as opposed to Benito. Another draft pick, Tom McKinnon. Rags. Here was another draft pick, Mike Rosser. I love these early 90s shirts they got on. It's great. Ricky Bonus. Another draft pick, Al Shirley. This is like the draft pick hot pack, apparently. Dan Pasqua. A Denny Martinez All-Star. Tom Browning. And a Rocket All-Star. Nothing. That Messina card might be worth something at some point if he ever gets in the Hall of Fame, although he's kind of borderline. Oh well. Not too much luck with those rack packs, but they were still fun to open. Just to let you know, I do have a wax pack of 83 Fleer on the way. I got it for $2.99 delivered, which is a pretty good deal. It should be here sometime later in the week, so I'm looking forward to that. It's obviously a big year with a lot of big rookies in it. So we'll see if we get anything. Anyway, I will see you later.